Keisha Howard here, founder of Sugar Gamers Labs. And if there's anything to know about me, I love anything involving play, specifically video games, but play more so as a transformative experience beyond entertainment, whether it's helping us build resilience, connect with others, or even heal from traumatic events. Play is such an important part of our lives. I've partnered with Logitech G and their Creators4BIPOC movement to have different conversations, or masterclasses if you will, about breakthroughs in play. And today we're going to kick it off with Be Strong, a national charity on a mission to save and improve the lives of youth using a peer-to-peer approach. And we're going to have a conversation with Kechi to tell us more.
My name is Kechi Okwuchi. I am a Nigerian living in America. I am a plane crash survivor and a burn survivor. My accident happened in 2005 in my home country, Nigeria, where I sustained third-degree burns over 65% of my body. I moved to America eventually for reconstructive surgery, and fast forward like 20 years later, I am now an author, a published author of the book More Than My Scars. I am a singer. My singing was introduced to the world, I guess, on America's Got Talent in 2017 and 2019, where I became a finalist both times. And that gave me a platform to spread my story with the world and my singing in a way and on a scale that I would never have achieved on my own. Be Strong is an organization that is focused on improving the lives of young people, and they have a peer-to-peer approach, which is one of the reasons why I really started to work with them and stayed working with them. I've been collaborating with Be Strong for a number of years, and one thing I love about the organization is how they put help into the hands of these young kids, and these young people, especially through their app. They have this app that's free and anonymous, which is very important, and it gives access directly to the people that need it anytime, anywhere throughout the US. The key to all this is building resilience, because that's something that we all need. Adults are still struggling to build resilience, and we want to get these kids understanding what it means to have resilience as young as possible so they're ready to face the world. Even when you're playing a video game, there's a lot of times when you die and you want to give up, or puzzles in games that make you want to just not play anymore. But there's a resilience of constantly coming back to that one problem, to that one fight, to that one thing that keeps on trying to kind of be representing kind of like a roadblock, many of which we get in life. But you feel this determination to overcome it. And this is not just in video games, in board games, in learning a skill piano or guitar. These things that are fun are also difficult, but we also find ourselves building resilience in staying on it and making sure that we are able to get to a place with that skill, with that creative thing that we want to be at. So I think that it all kind of connects together, really. If you envision a wall in front of you, resilience is not about beating down on that wall until it breaks down, trying to force something that is just very difficult to do on your own. Resilience more is about taking a step back, acknowledging the existence of the wall, acknowledging that it's really hard, it's maybe too hard to do alone, and trying to figure out a way to overcome the wall, maybe a way that you can climb it to go past it, or you can find tools that can help you break it down, or maybe it's strength in numbers. Maybe you need to involve other people to help you push down that wall. It's a mental muscle and a mental journey that we take with every difficulty that we face. The funnest part of not isolating, of connecting when it comes to play and with video games for me is playing with my friends and my family. And this is in reference to a specific moment in my life when I was having one of the most difficult surgeries. I had one of the most difficult surgeries that I was ever going to have, really. And it involved my fingers. So my cousins got Little Big Planet, and we hopped on, it was on PS3, and I basically, because I wanted to play with them and have fun with them, because the game is so fun and interactive, I held the control. I like kept my fingers like bent to hold the controller and moving my fingers around, moving the joystick, trying to play and interact with the character, and do all the different tasks that you have to do while you're playing Little Big Planet. I'll never forget that, because that was something that they did to make the healing process of something that was so difficult fun for me. Interestingly enough, there's certain games that stuck with me because of the characters and the resilience of these characters. I remember one of them is Kratos from God of War, the God of War series, and that character, he came alive for me because of what he's gone through and how much he's changed, especially in the recent game, and just seeing the growth of that character. It seems silly maybe to some people that don't really relate to this kind of stuff, but these characters do have that kind of develop a life of their own, and there's a lot of lessons to get from a lot of these characters. And I feel like, aside from the characters that can teach you a lot about resilience, there's also the act of playing a game and the act of wanting to go for something that seems impossible, to execute. But, you feel like this is a game that was made to be played and to be defeated, and therefore I can do it. There's a sense of not quitting that comes from when you become a person that plays video games. And I feel like these traits, obviously, they can carry into your real life as well. So these are two major things that really represent play for me and also represent resilience for me too.